So we've got almost everything cleared away. We weren't sure what we would find underneath here because we've had things that come in and out of here. We obviously had a nest of some sort right over here. Something was living there. We've had like rabbits and stuff over the past couple years. But then I found this guy. This guy is clearly dead.
Creepy.
Anyway, so I've got this one last piece right back here. I need to get on the trailer, and then we're gonna kind of clean this stuff up and start to prep for the next shed. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's good.
They're trying to get the lumber into the yard, but it's too long to fit down the alleyway. So that's been confusing right now.
All right, welcome back. We are now, after 3 days of excessive rain, thoroughly soaked down here, but I did come out this morning and cleaned out all of the old brush that was all back up against. We had just gobs of pine needles and sticks and stuff. We had the carcass, we had the little nest area, but I've got to get all of the lumber broken apart now and set out in the yard. I got a buddy of mine coming over with the goal of helping me in the next, say, 2 hours of getting the floor put on. That's the goal. So get the foundation set up, square, level, and then get the floor, at least the floor built, and then I can put the plywood on. But that's the goal. So let's get that done. Here we go. Got the most of the flooring situated, so we got all of all of the wow, that's how this day has been. All right, guys, the sun's going down. It's starting to get a little chilly again. Wrapping up today right here. I'm pretty stoked about this. So as you saw, we got the whole floor put down. I did build this one wall. I know it just looks like a stick frame wall, but had to go through all the lumber, figure out what my sizes were, how much of each stud, and 2x4 and 16 foot, 12 foots, 10s, 8s. Had to figure all that stuff out, get it all mapped out so we could be ready to roll tomorrow. All right, so not so encouraging are the clouds that are coming our way, but the encouraging part is the back wall is up, the front wall is framed, got our doors in place, and my helpers who are gonna help me raise the wall up. So let's get to that part. Fingers underneath it.
Yep.
All right, 1, 2, 3, up. All right, now push up further. Now walk underneath it. We're good. Now look, all right, now it's up. Hold the wall, so just like that. All right, progress update, end of the day. We're looking really good. Obviously, we ended up just stick framing all 4 walls, got the doors framed up, sat down with my wife and confirmed where the doors needed to go as we kind of laid everything out. But anyway, it's looking really good and really excited. I got to put some top plates on this, kind of tie some things in. Going to work on siding tomorrow. So that's going to be the T111 siding, and just kind of start at the bottom, get it all the way wrapped around one layer, and then go to the top sections on the back. And then once I get the roof on, I'll come back and finish up the sides on the gable ends. So it should go pretty well. I've got some additional help that's going to come out and help with that, which is great because it just makes it easier. More people makes life easier. So anyway, that's it for right now. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much. See you. All right, guys, got my roof rafters put up. Got most of the siding put on. You saw that yesterday. But I'm getting ready to slap some plywood up on the roof, secure that up. Once that's on there and nailed down, then I'll come back and finish out the siding, lock everything in place. Then I can do shingles, and then I'll build some doors. But on to some roofing plywood. Let's get this thing done. Man, it is always a good feeling when you're sitting atop a roof that you've been building for a couple of days. You've been building the structure, and now you can sit on top, finished with all of your nails. Fingers a little sore because you keep kind of squishing them a little bit with the small roofing nails. Anyway, you can see up here, one of the things that I wanted to do to help address the load across these 2x4 span, since we're effectively covering about a 10-foot span from that wall to that wall. And when you put the weight of maybe snow or rain or whatever on top, it could potentially start to sag. So I put these two 2x4 runners in, which will help distribute any load across the remaining roof rafters. So just did that. They run the full length. They actually tag into the walls on either side. And so that would help just strengthen this thing up a little bit. Man, all in all, I'm stoked with this build so far. Obviously, it's not done yet. We've got to get the siding finished up. I've got to get some tar and shingles on the roof, and then I'm going to build my doors after that. So let's keep working tomorrow. All right, good morning. This thing's starting to come together. It was a late night last night. At about 10 o'clock, I decided to come out and paint. So I slapped a coat of paint on. We did decide to match it to the house. So got some paint yesterday, some acrylic exterior paint, and some big fat foam roller, and went through and got an initial coat on. But obviously last night the temperature did not stay up and it was humid, so this stuff is still pretty wet and tacky. But so this thing now, later on in the day, is going to be dried up. We've got some soccer games to go to right now, but gonna have this thing dried up, and then I can start to put on my siding boards, my soffit boards. Then I can tag the roof on because it's supposed to start raining tonight, somewhere around 5 o'clock. All right, I'm not sure where we left off, but for right now, we've got the roof is on, shingled that the other night in the middle of the night. But today the big accomplishment was getting these doors trimmed out and hung, and they all open and close. It was not the best approach. I ended up having to bevel all of these here on the side instead of, doing a little bit more research. But for right now, these doors are going to work. They all open and close, and it is the end of the day. The doors are on. Everything else is cosmetic on the outside. The roof is dry. It's shingled, and I am super happy with that. So for right now, I'm wrapping this up. Next thing you'll see, hopefully, is a whole finished shed and all trimmed out. All right, let's go. All right, guys, super stoked about finishing up this project. There's a couple things left to tidy up still. Gotta put some clear caulk up on the top and a little bit of paint on the trim. But outside of that, this project is done. We're moving everything back in. Now later on, I do still have to come back and build some steps and a little ramp off the front here. We're probably gonna put a little deck over on this area here, coming off the side of the shed once those truck parts are moved. But for right now, I'm calling this project done. I've got to put solar up on there. I've got to put solar up on the top of my house, and I got to move on to other things. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for sticking around with this project. It's been fun. It's been wet, man. I've been waiting for 4 days of rain one and maybe a half hurricanes that came through. But anyway, it was finally dry enough, finished the project up, and I'm super stoked about getting ready to move into this new shed. I did already put a loft inside as well, so we started storing some things up in there. But anyway, that's it for now. We will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.